Welcome everybody back live to the Brevard Sports Network as we get set to start 11U action here on the Brevard Sports Network. As we have the national anthem real quick, and then we'll get started. As I finish up the national anthem here, we are back for 11U action here, and it has turned from a scorcher to a torrential downpour here on Zach Sealey Field ahead of 11U. And it looks sunny on your screen. I don't even know how that's possible, as there is just standing water everywhere. It has turned into it looks like snow on the screen now. Satellite will start on offense here in 11U. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. As this one is going to be a wet one here in 11U action here on the Brevard Sports Network. Satellite will start on offense. There's some movement a little bit early there on that one. And there's a flag on the play. And I think that's going to be a false start on Merritt Island. So that's going to bring up first down and 5 for Satellite now at their own 40-yard line. Again, this one is going to be a wet one. And so we'll see how these game plans may change for these two teams. First down and 5. Satellite run right up the middle. Nice start for the Scorps. As down the sideline, still running. There goes Satellite on a big gain on the scramble. And the keeper by Landry Hart. And a big run there by Satellite. First down Scorps into Merritt Island territory. And yeah, that is brother of Brady Hart, the Cocoa quarterback, and using his legs on that one to go for a big gain for Satellite. First down. This team, as I mentioned last week, they got a Flores and a Hart on this team. So more great players coming down those family lines. Noah Flores obviously playing well for Satellite this year, and Brady Hart, as I said, quarterback for Cocoa, two of the many great football players that come from the Satellite Youth Football Program. First down and 10, Satellite inside the 20, inside our Florida Air and Plumbing red zone at the Merritt Island 17-yard line. First down and 10 coming for Satellite as the rain continues to fall heavily here on Zach Sealey Field. I mean, you can see it all over your broadcast. It is coming down here. It was like the second the 8U game went final, it started coming down here. And hey, rain or shine, we play. No lightning right now in the area, so no worries on that front, which is always good. As Satellite going to run up the middle here, as it's going to be a short gain there. Merritt Island's able to push back a little bit better on that one to force a shorter gain. That's going to bring up second down. Well, actually, Satellite gets a decent gain, and I apologize for the tent obstruction here. I don't try to find a way to see around it here. Try and get a way to see under it, possibly. As it's second down and 4, Satellite inside the 10. They're pushing right up the middle, still running down to the goal line. And he's going to be just short. That was number 23 with the carry, Alexander Laura, just short of the end zone. It's going to be first and goal, Satellite at the 1-yard line. And I apologize for the tent in the way here. We're going to try and maneuver around it. But I can tell you Satellite has first and goal at the 1-yard line there on the run by Laura. And that one run up the middle, and I think he's going to be dropped short. There's actually, I think a flag may be on the play here, trying to make sure I get the call here from the head ref. Yelling out to Satellite's coaches. Oh, I think they need to fix the clock. Never mind. Clock ticking now, 9:10 to go in the first quarter. As Satellite has second and goal at the 1. Merritt Island got the stop. Laura pushing it up the middle. Merritt Island pushing back. Did he cross the plane? No, I don't think so. It's going to be third and goal. Satellite at the 1. Merritt Island trying to get a stop. Again, I apologize for the lack of vision here. I'm going to try and lay it out for you like radio. They tried to force up the middle again by Laura. Merritt Island pushed back. No gaps opened up. And that's going to bring up third and goal. Satellite at the 1 here in the pouring rain. I would also try and move the tripod closer, but that would put it, I think our stream would be flooded. Literally, as they're going to run up the middle. Landry Hart's going to get stuffed by number 48 by Merritt Island. And Satellite was able to quickly drive down to the 1, but now it's fourth and goal. Scorps at the 1-yard line as Merritt Island's defense playing really strong on the goal line here on the opening drive. 8:15 to go in the first quarter. Fourth and goal, Scorpions at the 1-yard line. Again, apologize for the view. Nothing we can really do about it right now. It's the best vantage point we have that isn't getting soaked or under construction. Fourth down and goal. Satellite at the 1-yard line here on the opening drive. They're going to hand off, getting around the edge. One man to beat. He's going to get around the edge. And on fourth and goal, Satellite goes to the outside and in for the touchdown. That was Cash Browning getting the handoff and running around the edge for the 1-yard touchdown in the opening drive. Satellite gets on the board with 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. As Satellite here, they're going to kick for 2 in the rain. The 8U team was able to convert a kick for 2 there late in it. And 11U also. Satellite got a lot of great kickers, it seems like, here this season. I don't know if you'll be able to, uprights will be blocked. I'll let you know how it goes as the Scorps are going to kick for 2. As the kick is up, it is low and no good. There by number 30. On the try, Luca Reynolds, no good. And Satellite on their opening drive drives right down the field with 7:24 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Scorpions as Merritt Island will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Steady stream of water right there in the camera frame. That's actually shows you how much water is coming down here. That's runoff from the tent we have. That's not even raindrops. So it's raining heavily here in Satellite. I mean, the forecast says rain for almost the rest of the day. So you're going to see a lot of run-heavy games. We saw a sloppy one down at Bayside last night in the high school scene as well. As it's just a lot of rain this weekend. There's a few systems kind of off the coast right now, I think, bringing some in. That's just how it's going to be today. As again, camera focusing in on that water for a second. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35. Once again, unfortunately, did not get a roster for Merritt Island today. So if anyone knows numbers or could get us a roster, that'd be fantastic. But we've not been able to acquire one so far. Satellite gave us theirs prior to the games. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35-yard line. Merritt Island's first offensive drive is going to start here at their own 35. Handoff, number 81. Trying to run to the near side. Bouncing off, running farther and farther back. Satellite's defenders are slipping. He's going to reverse the field, get up the sideline, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a loss of 5 or 6 here. As that one really running far back, and that's going to force him to go down for a big loss. The Satellite was able to chase him down there behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 5, first and 15. Merritt Island at their own 30. Second and 15, Merritt Island. Satellite's defense, 8U played really well, forced a shutout, no first downs let up. So we'll see if their defense can do the same in 11U. Second down and 15 for Merritt Island at their own 30. As Merritt Island going to try and run it again, number 81 running farther and farther back. Satellite's going to wrangle him down for another big loss. As Merritt Island running far back on some of these plays, and it's hurting them. And that's going to bring up third and long for the Mustangs. It's going to be third down and about 22 here for Merritt Island, or third and 23 at their own 22, as Merritt Island having some trouble here running forward, as a lot of these runs have just been going backwards and then ended up farther and farther back as Satellite's defense bringing the pressure. Third down and 22, third and 23 for Merritt Island at their own 22. They got to get it all the way up to their own 45 for a first here on their opening drive as the rain continues to fall. 4:45 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 Satellite. At low snap, they're going to take it. Number 18 running to the near side. He's going to get stopped for a loss again, and it's fourth down and 20-plus for Merritt Island. Not what you want to see if you're the Mustangs on this opening drive, as Satellite all over the running game early on. And this is going to bring up fourth down and 24 for Merritt Island at their own 21-yard line. Here we go. Fourth down and 24 for Merritt Island, back at their own 21-yard line. A long way to go here against a tough Satellite front. As they're going to give the balls on the ground, miscommunication. I think Satellite's on it. And it's going to be a Satellite fumble recovery there by number 5, making the play, Jack Stevens. And Satellite's going to take over as they pick up a fumble there on fourth down on a miscommunication on the toss by Merritt Island. The ball hits the deck, and Satellite's going to take over at the Merritt Island 12-yard line for their second drive at 3.5 minutes to go in the first. I'd like to tell you about our great sponsor today, American Air and Plumbing. They've been a great sponsor of Bavard Sports Network and a proud sponsor of the BSN Florida Tough Player of the Month. And they got great AC systems built for our rugged Florida climate, like their amazing Daikin AC unit, along with their Florida units as well. So you can go check them out online, or you can call them. Their information on our Facebook page. And they're great plumbing services, and also, again, those great AC units that they have for purchase. So go check out American Air and Plumbing. As Satellite's going to take over, first and 10 at the Merritt Island 12 inside that American Air and Plumbing red zone. As we see Satellite starting with great field position on their last drive, they were able to drive down 65 yards and scoring on the 1-yard fourth and goal run by Cash Browning. First down and 10, Satellite at the Merritt Island 12. Ball on the ground, bad snap. I think Merritt Island got it back. They did. And Merritt Island just fumbles it away, and now they'll get it back. And they'll be able to kind of restart their last drive with a little bit worse field position, but a big fumble recovery by Merritt Island. Number 18 falls on it on a bad snap, and, well, Merritt Island fumbles the ball away to Satellite, and now they get it right back here off a fumble recovery of their own, but they'll be backed up at their own 10-yard line. Is that one, Satellite trouble with the snap, and Merritt Island falls on it, and they'll get a turnover forced as well. With a minute 45 to go in the first quarter, Merritt Island will take over. First down and 10 at their own 10. Trouble is they went backwards over 14 yards on their last drive, and now they don't have 14 yards to go backwards. So if Satellite can force a lot of those losses again, we may be in danger of a safety if you're Merritt Island. So they got to be careful on offense and avoid running backwards. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 11-yard line. A minute 20 to play here in the first quarter. Low snap, ball on the ground. Picked up, number 81 is going to be swarmed back And I'll tell you, there's already a loss that's going to put him inside the 10 for second and long. And this is what Merritt Island's got to be weary of. Running backwards, losing a lot of yards. Because, they are in dangerous territory inside their own 10. They got an opportunity. Their defense got them the ball back via a good fumble recovery, but Satellite's defense has been all over the place. Second down and long for Merritt Island at their own 7-yard line. Second down and 14. Again, sorry for the view obstruction. Just give you the rundown of what happens here. So here comes second and long for Merritt Island. Handoff, running backwards, number 81, cuts back, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Satellite thinks they got a safety on that one. We'll see where they rule him. They're going to call him down at the 1-yard line. The Satellite nearly getting the safety on that play. And Merritt Island's going to have to be careful on third down and 20 at their own 1-yard line. So here comes third and 20. Merritt Island backed up. Their backs at their own 1-yard line. Satellite's defense looking for a safety. And that'll be the end of our first quarter of play here in 11U in a muddy game. It is 6-0. Satellite with the lead. And it's going to be third and 20 coming for Merritt Island at their own 1-yard line to start the second quarter. There you see Noah Flores helping out with the Satellite youth program here. In his first season with the high school over at Satellite as a freshman on varsity. Had a solid game last night over at Bayside running the football. Had 3 touchdowns a week prior against Astronaut. So Flores finding a nice home in the high school scene as he did here in his years in the youth program. And they got a lot of good teams again this year. 12 and 14U are strong. 8U strong we just saw. 11U's not bad either. I mean, this is also just a very sloppy game, so it's kind of hard to tell how they're playing right now. I mean, they did fumble the ball away on their last drive. Now their defense, which looks quite good, has got Merritt Island backed up at their own 1, trying to get a safety. Now it doesn't look so sunny on the broadcast. You can see the dark clouds. Everything looks a little bit brighter on camera as well, so it's darker than that even here. So it's going to be third down and 20. Merritt Island backed up at their own 1. Again, apologize for the tent in the way on this one, but I'll let you know if things go wrong for Merritt Island or if they're able to kind of get out of their own end zone. Third down and 20. Merritt Island at their own 1-yard line. And we'll see. They got to get out of here because Satellite's been living in the backfield all day so far, and this is going to be difficult for Merritt Island to get out of here without, possible safety. So they're going to have to find something where they just kind of go up the middle. Don't try and run backwards. That's been their biggest key is they've just been running backwards too many of these plays. You run anywhere backwards by even a yard, and it's the safety. So Merritt Island's got to be wary. Also got to have a good snap. If you fumble it, Satellite recovers it. That's a touchdown instead of a safety. So everything's got to be on here for Merritt Island on third down and 20 at their own 1-yard line. As the Mustangs are going to go for the snap here. Again, I don't know if you guys view's pretty obstructed. Satellite brings the blitz. Merritt Island is going to go down in the end zone, and it is a safety as the Satellite defense gets on him immediately, and it's going to be a safety for Merritt Island as Satellite pushes them back 20 yards back into their own end zone, back 10 yards, as I said at the start of this drive. And Satellite does it, and with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's going to be 8-0 Satellite. Great defensive play there by Satellite. And now they're going to get the ball back offensively following the safety. As now we'll see how Satellite can do back on offense, up 8-0 this time around. Again, the rain really coming down here at Satellite as Satellite doing good defensively, especially offensively. Both teams have had a little bit of trouble with the wet ball. Thank you for the compliment there in chat. Making it work out here, you know. It's raining, but we got a great tent. Thanks, Kayla Brown, for coming in early and setting that up for me before heading off to Bayside. So he got me all set up today, and that's why we're able to stay dry. Earlier on, it was an absolute scorcher. Our first broadcast got cut short due to a overheating, and now it's not as hot, but it's definitely a little bit more wet. Satellite takes over now following the safety. 1st and 10 at their own 35, leading 8-0 with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter as their defense comes up big, forcing a safety on Merritt Island and pushing them, back from their own Merritt Island from their own 10 into the end zone in 2 plays. There was some early movement, flag down. They're going to give that on Satellite. Early movement by the Scorps. It's going to be 1st down and 15 now for Satellite. So 1st down and 15, Satellite back at their own 30. So 1st and 15, Scorps at their own 30. And he's going to be brought down immediately. The ball carrier there by number 3 and number 14. It was a carry by number 23 for Satellite. That's Alexander Laura, who got them down there to the 1-yard line. The first drive run, the football wasn't able to get it in as they go back to him here. Second down now and 17 for Satellite, back at their own 28 as that penalty set them back, and that run sets them back even farther as Merritt Island's defense able to make the play. 2nd down and 17. Satellite. Hart hands off to Browning around the edge here. Cash Browning down the sidelines, big run, and he's going to keep going, cutting back upfield. Apologize for the umbrellas there. There's going to be a flag at the end of the play, though, as Browning was brought down deep in Merritt Island territory, but there was a flag thrown late. I don't know if that was on a block or if it was on the tackle, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if this brings this big run back for Satellite or if it'll give them a little bit more at the end of it on a big run by Cash Browning. It's going to be a legal block in the back on Satellite, so this one's going to come back a little bit. Unfortunate for them is that was a huge run by Cash Browning. About 30 or 40 yards, but it's going to come back a little bit here for a legal block in the back at the end of that one. Tough break for Satellite on that one. So that'll keep a good chunk of the run, put them at the 50. It's still a gain of 28 on the play. 1st down and 10, Satellite at the 50-yard line. Landry Hart under center. Toss to the outside, number 39, going to take it around the edge. He'll pick up the 1st down and more down the far sideline. Still running, still going down the sideline. And he's going to put it inside the 10-yard line there on the toss. That's number 39, Chase Tennant, making the play there on one that I thought he was going to get pushed out of bounds a few times and still kept his feet churning down the sideline. That's going to set Satellite up inside the red zone, possibly inside the 10. Big run there by, again, Chase Tennant. His first carry goes all the way inside the 10-yard line. Or they'll put him right at the 10 for 1st and goal. Scorps at the 10-yard line, 6:35 to go in the second quarter. It's, as you see on the scoreboard right there, 8-0 Satellite, courtesy of a touchdown and a safety. Ball on the ground, bad snap. Hart falls on it. Number 48 trying to get in there for Merritt Island. Doesn't happen, but that's going to back Satellite up a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal now at the 11-yard line. A tough break there for Satellite. Another must snap. It is wet out there. I don't even think, you bring out a dry football, it'd be wet by the time you make it out to the field. So not much you can really do. You just got to keep it under center and hope you keep that, keep the hand well. 2nd down and goal, Satellite, the 11, Landry Hart under center. Handoff up the middle, Satellite is going to go right down short. 3rd and goal, Satellite coming up on the handoff. Under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. They only give them out 3 there. 3rd down and goal. Satellite at the 8-yard line, trying to make something happen on their first drive. That touchdown was on 4th and goal, so Merritt Island's been able to hold tough near the goal line. Let's see if Satellite can punch it in again. Handoff up the middle. He finds a hole, punches it. It'll be just short of the end zone, I believe. If they're not going to rule him in, that was number 23, Alexander Laura, once again. And actually, I guess it wasn't goal to go, as they're going to give him 1st down and goal at the inches yard line. So I guess they were technically spotted at the 11. So now they get a 1st down, not a touchdown. So now it is 1st and goal for Satellite at the 1. Remember, Merritt Island forced them to 4th and goal at the 1 last time. This time, handoff up the middle. No issues this time for Satellite. Touchdown, Scorps, with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter on a direct handoff up the middle. Good play there by Satellite. Alexander Laura gets him the 1-yard touchdown, his first of the day, and with 5:02 to go in the second quarter, it's 14-0. Satellite takes the lead. We'll see if they try and kick for 2 again. They were no good on their first attempt. As they lead by 14, they're going to kick to try and go up by 16, as you'll be able to see most of the uprights here without all the umbrellas and tents and whatnot. And the kick is, I think it was tipped. I think someone came in, number 81, off the edge and got a hand on it, so that kick is no good. And number 81 from Merritt Island getting a hand on it. And with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, we're going to have a officials timeout for water break, even though I'll tell you there's plenty of water out here. But so be it. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's 14-0. Satellite with the lead. Again, I'd like to thank American Air and Plumbing for being our sponsor today. Great sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, Florida Tough Player of the Month. And they do great work over there with their Florida AC systems that are able to withstand this climate, which is not easy to do. They've been in business since 1942. You can check them out online or over the phone. As now Merritt Island will take it back on offense. They got a safety on their last drive. Their first drive ended in a fumble, so they've had some struggles offensively. Satellite's defense coming up in a big way so far. So Merritt Island's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. I'll just see their 3rd offensive drive and see if they can get a little bit more yards. This one so far looking like the 8U game. Satellite defensively making a lot of plays. I mean, in 8U they scored a pick 6. So far in 11U they have a safety. So Satellite's defense has been able to make an impact here in a lot of their games. First down and 10. Satellite or Merritt Island trying to run the ball, trying to get it outside. It's not going to happen. Satellite going to drop him there at the original line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 coming from Merritt Island at their own 34-yard line. Rain began to subside a little bit. Actually, the rain really starting to slow down here, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know if either of these teams, a lot of teams don't really use the pass that much, but if they were waiting to pass the football, now the rain's slowing, we might see a little bit more of that. We'll see. I don't know how these teams can throw the football. I know Landry Hart's the solid quarterback for Satellite, so we'll see if anything changes up without the rain. 2nd down and 13, Merritt Island trying to run it outside, Satellite all over it for another loss, and it's 3rd down and about 15 now, as Merritt Island has not been able to get positive yardage yet in this one. Satellite's defense has just kind of been all over this one, as we saw in 8U as well, where Satellite's defense was just able to live in the backfield and just make plays. Again, if you ever see any links in the chat, do not click on them. They are scams and not supported by the Brevard Sports Network. Third down and 15. Merritt Island at their own 30-yard line here. 2:50 to go in the first half. It's 14-0 Satellite. As Merritt Island trying to run it up the middle, number 18 gets swallowed up by the Satellite front for a loss, and it's going to be 4th down and long for Merritt Island. Luckily this time no worries about safety. James Kinsey leads the way on that one, number 99. And it's going to be 4th down and 15. Merritt Island at their own 30-yard line. A long way to go again. Again, no real worry of a safety right now, but still a worry of turning the ball over, giving Satellite great field position for another drive in which they could cash in for a touchdown. Fourth down and 15. Merritt Island at their own 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Handoff. Merritt Island, number 81, is going to get spun down in the backfield for another loss, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Number 56 making the play. Tajarian Miller gets in there for a loss, and that's going to be another turnover on downs forced by Satellite's defense. And it's going to be first down Scorpions starting inside the red zone here at the Merritt Island. Let's see where they mark it. Actually, just outside the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 Satellite at the Merritt Island 21-yard line. They got a minute 53 to operate here. In a game that Satellite leads 14-0, Merritt Island will start with the ball in the second half. Satellite in this one trying to advance to 3-0 on the day, as their 6U won it 40-25, and their 8U in a big win 44-0. Apologize for the umbrella right there in the frame, unfortunately. First down and 10, Hart under center. Handoff, trying to get outside. There goes number 39 with it again, Chase Tennant. And they're able to corral him defensively for Merritt Island to prevent a big gain. He'll get a few on that one, though. A minute 20 to play as the clock continues to roll here in the first half. Second down and about 8 here for Satellite inside the red zone at the Merritt Island 20-yard line. As now it's going to be a handoff, bouncing left side. Chase Tennant around the corner, turning it upfield to be brought down. That's going to be a flag at the end of that one. I'm guessing for a horse collar tackle. He got him around the neck area there on the tackle, so that's going to put Satellite half distance to the goal, right back up on the goal line here, looking to cash in again on great field position. So Satellite now with the penalty tacked on at the end of it. On a horse collar tackle, it's going to be half distance to the goal. 50 seconds, 5-0 to play in the first half. Satellite with a big opportunity to score yet again here before halftime. First down and goal, Satellite at the 2-yard line, looking to go up by 3 scores. And we're going to have Satellite taking a timeout here with 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Day here for Satellite, as you see the pink socks out here on the players, as the rain has now completely subsided for now, which is good. The temperature not ramping back up as well. So 6U got a scorcher, 8U got a little bit of both, probably the best weather, and 11U so far has just gotten wet, to say the least. Satellite takes a timeout, and they'll take the timeout, regroup here ahead of first and goal at the 2. As we'll see what Satellite comes out with here, trying to get their 3rd touchdown of the game. They've gotten 2 touchdowns so far on the ground, and then a safety as well defensively. They got 1 touchdown by Cash Browning and another by Alexander Laura. So here comes Satellite out of their timeout here with 48 seconds to play. You see the great scoreboard right behind it there. First and goal, Satellite, the 2 following the run by Tennant, and a 15-yard penalty, half distance to the goal, tacked on at the end of it. First and goal, Satellite, the 2, Landry Hart under center, handoff up the middle. Chase Tennant still fighting, second effort, he'll be short. He'll get 1 yard, it'll be second and goal, Satellite, the 1. Merritt Island's been able to kind of stick him at the 1 a few times. They got Their first touchdown was from 4th and goal at the 1. Their second touchdown was from 1st and goal at the 1. So Satellite's always ended up on the 1 yard line here so far today, and now it's 2nd and goal at the 1. They scored from 1st and goal and 4th and goal at the 1. Now on 2nd and goal from the 1. Chase Tennant is in. Touchdown Satellite from 1 yard out. I believe Chase Tennant goes in on 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line. And Satellite jumps ahead 20-0, pending the extra point here with 18 seconds to go in the first half as they're able to squeeze the score in before halftime. Merritt Island will get the ball first to start the second half, though. As Satellite so far 0 for 2 in their conversions in kicking, they're going to bring it out again with Reynolds to kick for 2. Now with drier conditions, see if it's a little bit easier to kick. Low kick, it's up. It is good, and that one much better with a wet or a dry field, and the kick is good for 2, and Satellite jumps ahead 22-0 with 18 seconds to go in the first half. His first kick was a little short, second one was blocked or tipped at the line, and this one with a dry football is good, and Satellite jumps ahead 22-0 here with 18 seconds to go in the second quarter as Merritt Island will take back over 1st and 10 at their own 35 with 18 seconds to play, but they'll also get the ball first in the second half, so they may just try and run the clock right out and then come out in the second half with the football as well, or maybe they can try and set up a play to go big here and get a score before half. So we'll see what Merritt Island decides to do. First down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 35. Satellite with a 22-0 lead here in the first half. $18 seconds to play in the first half for the Mustangs on offense. As Satellite punches it in from 1 yard out. It's a Chase Tennant. Three different players offensively with touchdowns for Satellite. One by Cash Browning. One by Alexander Laura, and then one there by Chase Tennant. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35-yard line. 2-1, last play of the first half. And he's going to go down immediately for a loss, and that's going to do it for our first half of play here in 11U from Zach Sealey Field. Our score at halftime, Satellite 22, Merritt Island 0. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the second half of play. Satellite leading 22-0. Welcome back, everybody, here to the Brevard Sports Network as we're set to start the second half of play here from Zach Sealey Field. We'll have 3 minutes added to halftime here. Our score, 22-0, Satellite over Merritt Island. And actually, we'll have 3 more minutes halftime. We'll be back in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Welcome back here to Zach Sealey Field as halftime is wrapped up. And we're back. First down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35 here to start the second half. Satellite with a 22-0 lead thanks to 3 touchdowns on the ground and a safety by their defense. Rain came back for halftime. It's now just lower to a drizzle again here, so weather getting a little bit better here over the course of this one. Not a torrential downpour like at kickoff, but not completely clear yet. Luckily, the clouds have provided some cover from the sun. As we see Coco quarterback Brady Hart in attendance. Here's little brother playing for Satellite is their quarterback, Landry Hart. Brady and Coco beat Treasure Coast last night 38-0. Next week they'll be at home against Seminole on the Brevard Sports Network. That'll be myself and Logan Pettit on the call. Handoff here for Merritt Island, number 81 up the middle, and he's going to get stuffed, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. So a lot of former Scorpions in attendance I've seen today. Brady Hart, Noah Flores, Logan Waite. Flores and Waite both running backs at Satellite. Hart, the quarterback at Coco. 2nd down and 10. Merritt Island at their own 35. Actually, 4 former youth Scorps I've seen today, myself included, has played back in 2015-2016 for the then South Beach Seahawks. So this program's come a long way, and see it here making a big stop. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Satellite. Since that season I played, they've switched over to Pop Warner, and that's where you see them get to face off against these teams. You've seen them recently with their success going on to the national championships and the Super Bowls with 12U, 14U. So Satellite's had some good success recently. Merritt Island, it's a town rooted in football, and you see it when you drive in. They're a school of champions. They've won state championships at the high school level. Youth team bringing that talent. 3rd down and 10, Merritt Island at their own 35. Snap, long. It's kind of a busted play. Number 13 and try and make something out of it. He's running backwards, and Chase Tennant runs him down for a loss of about 15. It's going to be 4th down and 25 for Merritt Island at their own 20. I don't think everyone knew that play was live, as there's a Mustang down on the play, but I don't think anyone knew that play was live because I think Satellite could have ran to that ball quickly. They kind of staggered back. Just a weird play and all, and it's a loss of 15 at the end of it. Merritt Island with a player down. As the rain has subsided here once again. 7:52 to go in the third quarter. There's a good shot for the high school football fans. Noah Flores, Brady Hart. Two stars across Brevard County high school sports. Having a chat on the sidelines here on the Satellite side of things. 4th down and 25 for Merritt Island from their own 20-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And I believe we've just gone into a lightning hold here with 7:51 to go in the third quarter. So that's going to have us stopped for, I think it might be 15 or 20 or maybe 30 minutes. I will go find out. But regardless, we're going to be in a hold here for a little while. So what I'm going to do for everyone here, I'm not going to log off. I'm just going to leave the camera on and running. So, again, I'll mute it so you're not going to hear sound. So nothing will be wrong on your end. But I'll leave it running here, and if it seems like we're going to be here for a long time, I may log off, but I'll let you know before that happens. But we are in a lightning hold here with 7:51 to go in the third quarter. Satellite ahead of Merritt Island 22-0 here in 11U. Actually, here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to log off this stream because it's going to be at least 30 minutes here, so I won't leave you waiting watching a dead scoreboard. We'll be back in about 30 minutes unless there's more lightning coming through. Just keep it tuned to the Brevard Sports Network. We will go back live the second they're back playing, but we have a lightning hold. So we'll be back when this game resumes later on. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Keep it live to the Brevard Sports Network for all the updates.